I'll be able to get it when I get on there. Thank you. Oh, you don't have your thing to give her the link.
Does she just need the number?
Just the number.
Okay, 109 69 4027.
Yes, and you know what? We are now live on Facebook. So, welcome everybody to today's Beyond the Cloud. Oh, just letting somebody else in here, Lillian. There's a lot of noise. Hopefully, we'll still be able to function, but we are at, if you can see behind me, we are at our Canadian Institute of Professional Bookkeepers of Canada conference, our annual conference, which is in Ottawa this year. And we hopefully there's not a lot of feedback. We're lucky enough to have Diane is actually with me live, sitting across from me. There's Shelly right behind her. We've got Shelly's new. I think it's her first time. We've got Marge over here, but I'll let everybody introduce themselves. And there's Lillian. So if everybody just wants to, I guess Diane, we'll start with you, and then Shelly, if you guys can introduce yourself while I get myself hooked up with my headset, and that'll be great. And then we've got some exciting news to share out. So we've got special guests with exciting.
Sounds good. So you want me to go ahead?
Sure, and then maybe it's just So introduce yourself briefly, and then just what's your favorite thing about the conference so far? Just one thing.
Okay, one thing. Just one thing. That's one thing. Hi everybody. I'm Diane Mueller. Most of you know me. And yes, as Tanya says, we're here at the IPBC Conference 2019 in Ottawa, no, Quebec actually. And the conference has been fantastic. Probably my most favorite thing is my session today. I did a session today. Oh.
Awesome.
And I was there, and it was an amazing session. All right, so Leanne, if you're there, if you wanted to introduce yourself while I let some more people in.
Hi, I'm Lillian, and I am not at the IPBC. Is that what you guys are, the Ignite?
Yes. Yes.
But I definitely want to go next year. I've heard such great things about it. So quick question, as an American, is it still worth it for us to go there?
Absolutely. There's a few things of Canadian content, but most of it is not Canadian specific.
Okay.
Anya, we can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No.
Tanya, you're really low. I think we can hear you through Diane's microphone.
Speak to us. Speak to us.
Okay, how about now?
A little bit better, but still,
You still sound like you're at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, how about now?
Much better.
Oh,
all right.
perfect.
I just won't be able to hear you guys as well, so I have to take my headsets out. Okay, so what was I saying?
I think.
Oh yes, that there's very little Canadian content. So there is some of it that's Canadian specific, but not a lot. So you'll be fine.
All right,
Lots
it's
of
on my list.
Sorry, what was that, Lillian?
I said it is now officially on my list for next year then.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so Jessica, I see you next on my list. If you want to a little bit about yourself and maybe what FOMO you're having for not being at a conference. How's that?
Hi, I am Jessica. I'm Pandora. I am known as, in Facebook, I am known as Pandora, rather. I am in sunny Florida, so I'm kind of far. I don't get to go to conferences, except for the virtual ones. But I am looking forward to one next week. It's fully virtual, but it's a lot of authors. It's not accounting specific. It's more business development specific. But it's a lot of authors that I've been following, and I'm looking forward to attending those sessions online right from my home.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Stan, I see you next on my list.
Hi. Yeah. I've been to the ones in Vancouver here. And yeah, it is a little bit far for me. And plus I'm just in the process of moving. So I'm excused.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Shelley, welcome to your first version of Beyond the Cloud, your first session. So if you'd like to
Yes,
introduce
hello everyone.
yourself, let everybody know a little bit about yourself and your favorite thing of the conference.
Sounds great. Thank you very much for inviting me, Tanya. It's so very exciting. I'm just checked myself over here in the corner, so I'm really enjoying the conference. As always, I'm sort of always here every year it seems, but this year especially special with the special announcement that we're going to be making with my wonderful colleague Diane and Marge.
Awesome. Okay, who's next? Deb, you're next in my list of faces.
Okay, I'm Deb Fletcher. I reside in Colorado. This is actually my property you see in the background in my little house over here. That's it right there. And I specialize in e-commerce accounting, but I do everything, including cannabis. So, hello, everyone. That's about it.
All right. Andrea, you are next in my list of faces. So just, let everybody know a little bit about yourself and like just introduce yourself and I guess what your favorite thing about the conference is so far. Well, you can stay with you. Oh, we can't hear you. Or maybe is it just me? Can you guys hear her?
I can't hear her either.
No, we can't hear you.
Can't hear her either.
But you don't seem to be muted. And you're not frozen. Okay, looks like she's disconnected. She'll try to reconnect, so let's move on. Then we have Marge. And I don't know, Marge, did you want to introduce yourself briefly? Go right ahead. No, go right ahead. Okay, yeah, Marge is muted, so we can't hear you. So hang on, let me try to unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted, so you can speak now.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marge. I'm here at the conference with these incredible ladies, and Tanya is asking us what our favorite part of the conference is. And I would have to say, spending the time I have with these incredible ladies and
Awesome. Thank you. So again, for anybody who's just like joining us, there's a lot of background noise. We just thought it would be more exciting with this announcement to have people around. And so there is a reason why we did not sneak on to do this on our rooms. So who would like to announce this? Would one of you ladies, Diane, would you like to have the honors of announcing your new venture?
She's muted. We can't hear her.
There we go. I think that's better, right?
Much.
Okay.
Now I can hear her.
I'll start and then Shelley and Marge can jump in. But we are super excited. You'll probably notice that my hair is green. Everybody see that?
Yes.
And Shelley's hair is blue. And Marge is right behind me. And Marge's hair, harder to see, but it is purple. And we just finished a session announcing that we are launching a brand new business, the three of us together. I hope you guys can still hear me.
Yes.
And the new business is called Trifold Bookkeeper Advisors.
Oh, wow.
So for those of you that don't know Marge or Shelley, I know I've been on the call before, so you know a little bit about me. But I'll let Marge and Shelley talk a little bit more about their background and why this is important about going forward.
So Diane, is it a new company, like incorporated company? Wow. That's very cool.
all right. So I have known Diane and Shelley for years. Together for very And I have an amazing team. Greg, really passionate, building better, and over serving
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for letting us have this time, Tanya, on your very valuable screen time. My name is Shelley Rudiger. I reside in Edmonton, Alberta. I've been a bookkeeper for a long, long time, 30 years. I have my own little incorporated business, which I run, and I also teach Ignite, and also very lucky to be doing some tutoring and mentoring through the Knowledge Bureau, if anyone's familiar with that. So lots on there, and I'm so very excited about this new opportunity. I'm so glad to be on board with my two favorite people in the world, Marge and Diane. Thank you.
No, and that's great. And I think that this is so important because there's such a bridge between when people come out of school and that practical, and some people try to get in and start it themselves and find that they're making those mistakes, so they can't find somebody to mentor under. So I think that what you three ladies are providing is going to be so valuable, to the point, anybody watching, that I know Sandra, she's been with me 2 years. She's obviously had a bookkeeping experience before she came to me, so I taught her front end. She does want to go through her CPB. She's been going through the knowledge bureau courses, but I am confident that that is not going to give her enough to be able to write her CPB and be as knowledgeable as her and I both want her to be. So she will be one of the first students of Trifold AA.
Which
So
we are super excited about, Tanya. And so that's basically the whole gist of it. It's about taking that bookkeeper that doesn't have a lot of confidence but wants to be in business for themselves, and giving them somebody they can rely on, and give them provision as they work through the tiers to come and become a CPB.
So I'd love to hear what everybody else on the call thinks. Like, if they think that this is, truly valuable, and where the gaps are with those newer bookkeepers from your experiences out there. I'd be interested to hear. Anybody?
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. I think it's really good because it's extremely hard being on your own and just saying, "Oh, I'm going to be a bookkeeper." And I think that with you will have less headache, less frustration, less sleepless nights if you're guided by 3 professionals that's been there, done that, and you'll have a much more successful business. So I think it's wonderful.
Well, it'll definitely add some more quality to people that are out there doing it, because it's not necessarily their fault if they don't know where to go to get that proper education. And if they can reach more of those people and help them with that, I mean, I think it'll do wonders for the profession. So I know, Jessica, any thoughts?
Oh, definitely. I think this is something I wish that had been available when I started, because I had the education on how to do the books and I had the experience in the corporate world. But when I went on my own, I was just figuring it out as I went. I did not know of all these Facebook groups. I searched. I must have used the wrong keywords because I didn't find anything until I had already been stumbling around blindly, figuring things out as I went by trial and error for over a year. So I think it would be very valuable, and it's something that I have been not in such a formal way, but I do have some new bookkeepers that they hire me to just help them build that solid foundation without having to stumble around blindly, trial and error, figuring it out, because it takes a very strong person to try to do trial and error for a long time. Not everybody can handle that stress, and it can be a big blow to your confidence when you mess up. So to have that expertise and that guidance from the beginning, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and I believe too, because I've been in it as long as you guys. and through my years of experience in helping other people, I really think that you guys can initially give them kind of a, this is how it's going to look. And they can decide then, is it for me, or really I don't want to be alone doing this, or I'm not alone doing this. This is great. So it's not just, will I make it sort of thing. It's the knowledge behind, and it's the person that really has it inside themselves that they're going to continually learn and learn and learn.
That's exactly what we were just talking about in our session, Suzanne.
Well, and it's always nice to have somebody to bounce things off of, you know, and especially two heads are always better than one. So, and especially if you got three ladies that can help out, that is even the best. Because look at the years of experience and knowledge and common sense, you know, common sense that you know, all of you guys can put together and come up with different ideals and ideas and help people out that just haven't lived long enough to see these things yet. But they will. They'll see them soon enough. So this is really cool. Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's great.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Deb.
I think it's so exciting how the bookkeeping field now has grown so much. Whereas, you know, when I first started out, there wasn't really that much information out there. It was really, you had to do a lot of legwork. You had to really be resourceful. And now you have people like the three of you forming this business, and you have Tanya, and so many places where you can get help and really be successful. And what that really does for all of us is that elevates our, you know, bookkeeping world and how we're perceived, because we won't be just like standalone moms doing the books. We'll really be professionals.
Yes.
We're seen as
someone
professionals.
Someone actually said something to me just a few minutes ago inside the trade show, and they said, we really want to be thought of somebody different than a accountant that didn't make it. And I thought, wow, that's exactly the point. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Wow. Well, and I mean, this is neat because I work with bookkeepers who have all who are beyond that already. I mean, people that know what they're doing, they're confident in their skill, and they're looking to take their business to the next level. But there are so many people that come to me because they think that that's what I offer, and that's not where my passion is. I want to help them in the other ways, and this is great that there's a place that I can say, you know what, I don't offer that. I would be, you know, your next stages, but here's where you can go. Of three amazing ladies that I hugely respect and admire, to be able to get, you know, to get that confidence on the skill.
And isn't it wonderful that we can then filter them right into a program like yours, so there isn't any gaps in their education or their moving forward? It's great.
Yeah, definitely they'll fast track. You know, I mean, if they're really in there, and I was going to say that grounding before they get to Tanya level is so important. You know, once you say, yeah, you're ready to go to the next level, you know.
Yeah, building a foundation. Yep.
And that comes from somebody who's been through my program. Exactly. So you know what it's like. You know you need the skill before you get to, I don't teach that part. I don't teach that skill. It's the business part around it afterwards.
No, but
Yeah.
she does teach.
No, that's great.
She does teach oldies like
So,
me
there's been out
to learn new tricks.
too. Yeah.
True.
Oh, are you still there, Suzanne? Did I lose you? Oh, no,
muted.
you're still there. Okay.
No, I'm still there. I
Okay,
just said
sorry.
that.
I think there was just a little bit of a lag here. Again, we're working with some.
Right. I was just
So
saying that.
there's just a comment on Facebook group from Peter that says he can relate to it because he didn't have anybody to help him to figure, and he had to figure it out himself, and it's really hard, which is why he now tries to give back, and that's great. And I think a lot of people that do come to these calls and show up on the group, and you know, you look at what's, you know, who's in the groups, and absolutely they're giving back. And I think we have somebody on another group who is sitting beside me who I think is also joined and watching live. I'm not sure. Nope. No, she's doing something else. She's in her own world. Yeah, I thought you were on the Oh, you are? Okay, sorry, Jen is on there. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. See, this is what happens for hashtag Freestyle Fridays. Anything can happen. Hashtag unscripted fun. But yeah, so Jennifer Baldick is here. She's beside us. So again, there's a little bit of a delay in when she's here. So she's trying to join us live on Zoom. But again, she's got a group and she's one of those wonderful people out there who wants to continue to try to help and give back to where there's all those gaps and those people that need help too. So, and where's, sorry? Meeting ID? All right. So if somebody else wants to talk for a second, while we get, so there's, you're reconnecting. Oh no. Am I still, are we still going? Yeah, we're still going.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. So meeting ID is 109 694 027. All right. So does anybody else have any thoughts on that while we wait for Jennifer to join in so that she can put her thoughts forth?
So I think I might have missed something in the beginning when we were, it was a little hard to hear. Just curious, the hair colors, what is that like the colors of the business?
Yes, they are. Yeah. We're waiting for Diane.
I like that.
Laughing though. Yeah, it's the red, the blue, and the purple.
Got it.
So each of them throwing their, oh, here's Jennifer. We'll bring her in. There we go. So she'll be joining us momentarily. And then maybe we can hear her feedback because she literally came in at the end of it. And this has just been announced just today, this afternoon. So I'm not sure she's 100% sure what it is. So she doesn't know what's going on. So maybe there's some new viewers there on Facebook World who have not heard yet either because they joined late. So Diane Mueller, Marge Wegden Debray, okay, and Shelley Rediger. Did I pronounce that right, Shelley? Rudiger. Okay. You know what? I know what it's like when people pronounce her name wrong. I get it. But exactly. So the three of them, Jennifer, have actually just joined forces and created a new company called Trifold BKA. And they are going to work with basically bookkeepers who have finished school and help them really get their skills set with a lot of the practice. Basically what would give years and years and years of practical, they're going to help them within there really define their skills so that they can be quality bookkeepers, get their CPBs, and really get back to the profession that way. So you still need that number again. Okay, she heard me here, but we got to get her back in. Sorry here, guys. 109 694 027. And that's what happens when we all try to connect from, a conference hall. Again, internet's a little unstable, so. Are you in there now? There you are. Okay. So what are you, now that you've heard that, Jennifer, what are your thoughts on it? On how valuable it might be or?
Well, I would have to say that if anybody's going to the University of Marge, Diane, and Shelley, the bookkeeping community is going to be so well served. We need that gap between educational school or institute and real life. So I think it's brilliant, and whatever I can do to support it, help it, or promote it, I'm all in.
Cool. That's nice.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I was just telling them that Sandra will be going through, one of the first students to go through as well. So.
We'll go this way.
It's not that I can't teach Sandra, I just don't have time. We're too busy. So I'd rather, and you know what, they'll do a much better job than I would too, because I'd probably skip over stuff. And again, the three of those ladies, if you don't know them, they've got of all those bookkeeping, they've also been teaching and instructing through most of it. So they really know how to do that end of things too.
Congratulations.
Right.
So is their website?
Yeah.
What is the web address?
Yes, the website's under construction with it.
Oh,
Trifoldbka.ca. Yes.
So,
And now, here's actually a good question for our US watchers. Is this going to be just strictly Canadian? I'm assuming you could probably go US because most of the content, again, is a written gap, right? the general principles and not necessarily around the regional differences.
We would never pretend to be saying something like,
Oh, so we can't hear you that well, Marge. Sorry.
I say we would never pretend to be discussing individual state tax.
You guys hear okay?
Yes,
Yeah, I can't.
I'm going to go check it out.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're not coming through, Marge. Sorry. Okay.
Where's your volume?
I'm up as high.
Hashtag unscripted fun. That's all I gotta say, guys.
I can't get too close to her.
I keep getting thrown.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me now.
So
Absolutely, the content for the Canadian all around our sales tax because that's what's really important to the Canadians. But a T account is a T account, right, ladies? So learning bookkeeping right back from scratch is going to be the same.
I think you're looping. I'm hearing double.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm hearing double. Everything sounds like it's being looped twice.
I think it's because we're sitting too close together.
There you go. Now I can hear Jennifer fine.
I try to only unmute myself when I'm trying when I'm speaking. So, does anybody else have any questions, any comments? You want to stay on this? You want to do a different topic that you have questions on?
I'm just curious, how did the Veeam turn out? Everybody got Veeam last week, and has everybody been using it on your end, and how's it turned out?
No. No Veeam here. Still with Pluto. No?
Yeah, we was here. They actually just left. But yeah, they were here earlier, and I mean, you guys all know everybody knows my thoughts on Veeam's great. So I just can't wait to start using the Pluto stick.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, this is so awkward here with all the background noises. We thought we planned this out really, really well to try to get people live, which is work because Jennifer's joined us, and that's awesome with the hype. But again, hopefully there's not too much distraction in the background with noises.
Can you see on Facebook? Are there comments?
Trying to get back in the but I usually have to do my screen. Oh, Simon said that's me. So he obviously agrees with a lot of this, you know, that he had. So yeah, there's a lot of people that are liking it, but not a lot of comments on that. Oh, Linda, hi Linda. Joined us. Shanine's joined us. She was not too far from us anyway, so she's joined.
She walked away to join us.
Neil Evans is here. He walked away to join us too. Sal, hi Sal. Hi Neil. All right, well, I guess nobody had any other thoughts on this. Again, it's Silent Friday. Anybody have anything else they would like to discuss today?
Oh.
Oh, come on. This is that area, you guys.
There's something on my mind. I'm trying to.
Sorry, what's that, Suzanne?
So what kind of sessions have you guys been going to? What is the main theme out there?
Oh, I'll answer that. We have attended 0 sessions. We've been sitting on these chairs all 3 days, talking to each other, and trying to plan what we were going to say today on Freestyle Friday. And you can see that we have absolutely achieved that goal, and we are so thrilled about it.
Nice.
Discovery. Yeah.
Now, having said that, our next big challenge is that it's awards night tonight, and we need to know what to wear.
Oh, very important.
Know what to wear. Yes. No. But in all seriousness, I attended a session this afternoon or this morning by Jay Gosselin, and he was talking about the psychology of safe and how you can create stronger workplace and stronger relationships through empathy. And he gave us a number of really good exercises in order to better connect and to become better communicators and create that environment of teamwork and collaboration and trust. Because they did a big study, Google did a big study, and you know, if Google did it, it was probably global. And the result was that teams that trust each other and feel safe suggesting an idea, and that they're not going to be, you know, ridiculed or mocked or made fun of, those are the teams that are the most successful. That there's no fear about sharing or putting forth an idea, because the rest of the team will take it and learn from it and grow it into something successful. So the psychology of safe, his name is Jay Goslin, and he has, I think it's TOR, the letter U.com. So that was my aha moment this week.
That's a great session.
You know what? Jay is a really, like, he's good at what he does. He was actually in the board meeting that we had for those of you in the States may not know, but I am a newly elected board member. Anyway, so I was in the first board member team building on Tuesday night, and he was actually in there, and it was really interesting what he went through. So, his personality type and how to communicate with different personalities. So his website is definitely worth checking out.
Mm-hmm. So who else? Aha moment, favorite session? What was your favorite session, Tanya?
Anything new session, new things, something other than this great new thing?
You know what? I have to say, I've been to 5 sessions, and I don't think there's really been an real. Oh, actually, this really was Andrea Drake. I don't know if she's still watching us with us, but she did a session, and I have to say, she was amazing. She had spoken to the same presentation she did in BC in front of 40 friends. She decided, I guess, she got asked to come here. She had standing room only. Oops, lots of feedback. Sorry, guys. But she had standing room only in her session. She talked about strategic advisor, but it was how you can look for different opportunities within everything. And she brought a lot of her personalities, but she did an amazing job. She's a poker player, for those of you who don't know it or don't know her. And she brings a lot of that into her pricing, negotiations. You know, she'll go in and she'll work with her clients and she'll negotiate contracts on behalf of them. And instead of charging them more, sorry, I think there's a little bit of feedback. So sorry, everybody, there still is. But what she'll do is she'll actually go in and charge them, or sorry, I guess a percentage of the money that she can save based on her negotiation skills. So she's got a ton of really creative ways. So if you ever get to see her speak about that, like, please just absolutely go. She says she's not doing it again, but I say if enough of us ask her to, she will. Yeah, so that was really good.
Great.
But I think all of the sessions have been really informative this year. Yeah, they've just been a little different than they have been in the past. In the past, I've just found, maybe it's just the ones that I've been to, I found that they were just a repeat of information that I already knew. And I think it's difficult when you get a certain level to still find a session that you're really taking something away from. And I found that every session that I've been to this year, I've even taken away 1 or 2 things, so they've been really good quality this year.
Cool. Jennifer's muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
There we go.
Sure. Okay, I'll try that again. One of the things that I really liked was that there was different lengths of sessions. So there were sessions that were 1 hour long, there were sessions that were an hour and a half. And so I liked that it, you know, some topics that needed a little bit more depth, a little bit more digging, a little bit more examples and sharing had enough time that they didn't need to feel rushed. So Q&A, there was plenty of it. The demos that were live on stage or on screen were there. And that was really helpful, because I know sometimes you get into a half hour, 45-minute session and you walk away with 3 bullet points, but no real meat. And I really felt that we got a lot of meals in of information in our sessions this week.
I completely agree, as well as the fact that
you've just muted yourself. Huh.
All right, there we go. I tried to mute you so that we didn't get the feedback. Didn't work so well. Hashtag unscripted fun, what can I say? Anyway, one thing that I really let Marge put a lot of work into this year as well was the roundtables. I loved the round tables. There she is in the background there. But the round tables, come join us, Kelly. It's Beyond the Cloud live. Wave hi. Oh, where are you? Oh, there you.
Isn't that Jennifer? Who's
I know,
here?
right? You go there.
Okay, she's on conference.
Hashtag unscripted fun. Anyway, the round tables were great. So we had 30. There was 37 topics, but some people tended to go more. There was a few that merged together, and so we all spent about 45 minutes just talking about the different topics and then sharing the takeaways, and that was really good and valuable. There was a lot of good takeaways from that too.
Is this like a professional thing going on here?
Very professional. This is my Beyond the Cloud. No. We do this every Friday. It's hashtag unscripted fun and hashtag freestyle on Fridays.
Oh, that's fun. So I have a question.
I made it to your place. That's what I was going to do live from there.
Okay. I got a question, Tanya.
Totally took over. Yes, I will.
That's okay.
Tanya, I've got a question.
Sorry, you go it? I can, yep.
A question.
Okay, yes. Ask your question.
What's it like without John there?
Without John Carter? Jonathan Carter?
The one that, they had, the one that does did I get his name wrong? The one that went to another company, like. Oh God, I'm lost. I got the wrong name.
Oh, no. But John, that worked with IPBC?
Yeah. Yes.
I never really interacted with him a lot at the conferences, so.
Oh, okay.
Because it was just very brief.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not noticing a difference, but I'm sure people that interacted with him more are probably missing or noticing his absence.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if things, changed up a bit, or he was kind of like the voice, on all the webinars.
See, and I have to say, I really wasn't too aware of what he did. I knew that everything got put together, and really other than, Marge's contributions, because I worked with Marge a lot, we worked together last year on stuff. So I knew what she did really well. I really wasn't aware of what pieces of the wheel everybody else put together.
Sure. It's just moving forward. I just thought I'd just ask,
Yeah, no.
He was always very nice guy, chatting with them, and, he's very nice, very personable.
Right. So I don't, Jennifer, have you noticed anything different? Again, you didn't interact with John a lot.
I think, Suzanne, for those of us that knew him.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, you're muted. You're muted, Marge. Okay.
I think, Suzanne, for those of us that knew him and worked with him and saw him at so many conferences before this, I certainly missed him, but for somebody that knew, they didn't know him, right? So, I mean, his primary, work was with the members, and he was great with them, and we loved him. But, it's an evolution. Everything's an evolution, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I could pipe in on that yes, I miss his personality, but the IPBC has filled the role in the tasks that he was taking care of, so I didn't notice a gap as far as service performance or, any expectation from the IPBC side. But yeah, his personality was definitely missed.
It's always nice to be missed, especially when you're there for, so many years. But anyway, I just thought I'd take a shout out for that one.
Well, there definitely are different faces. I mean, this is the first one I've been at that I haven't seen Anita's face at. I haven't seen Melanie's face at. So it's very different, in that aspect that I'm not too much. I feel that I'm not seeing those faces. So different faces, but, it's still enough good. And, yeah. All right. I'm just going to pop into Facebook, see if there's any comments. No, still no new comments in Facebook world. Okay. So, any other questions? Any other comments? people that are normally quiet or have lots to say are quiet today. Okay, so what do you guys usually look forward to at conferences? Let's ask that. Well, Jessica, you put your virtual conferences. So what are you looking forward to in your virtual conference next week?
I am looking forward to getting some actionable steps from some of the thought leaders that I have followed, people that I've read their books. Is this better? I forgot to switch microphones.
I was like, is it just me? I can't hear you that well. But okay.
I took off my headphones, switched speakers, forgot to change the microphone. My bad. Usually, the challenge with online conferences is they're great to get the content because you're really focused, you really get the information, but it's a lot harder to get that community building that I see going on behind you where people are like, hi, good to see you, let's chat. I mean, they will have a chat room or a breakout room, but it tends to be so impersonal. Most people don't even visit it. So that tends to be what's lacking. So usually I go just to get the meat of the content because, for example, somebody may have written a 300-page book about their system that may not be my writing style. I may gloss over it. But you attend a 1-hour session, you get the highlights, and the handouts will give you the actionable steps. So that's actually why I sign up for this one, because there's a lot of speakers that I've been following. Some of them I'm halfway through their book, but unfortunately, I cannot get past more than a few pages before I'm like, glazing over, daydreaming about something else. So I guess I'm looking forward for the Cliff Notes version.
Awesome. And Deb, I got to ask, do the rattlesnakes let you free to get to any conferences?
Well, actually, this week I've been out battling. I'm trying to keep them away from my chickens. So that's been my battle this week. I don't know why. I guess because of the weather's changing and it's starting to get cooler at night. But they've now come out in force again. So
wow,
it's not been a pleasant week.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What you're going through there.
So we'll see what next week brings. But it's like so far I have to go out the front door with a shovel.
Oh geez. Well, so do you make it to live conferences or do you go to virtual conferences?
I actually don't. I never have time, actually. I'm so busy now, especially with sales tax going on and the Wayfair decision and different things. And October 1, Kansas kicks in. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but that is the hardest sales tax being put out there for e-commerce because Kansas has no thresholds, no minimums, no nothing. If you sell in Kansas, you collect sales tax in Kansas, and that's just the way it is. So this ought to be interesting come October 1, which we're knocking at the door here, to see if anybody tries to challenge Kansas with their new Wayfair decision laws that they've implemented. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on. I've got, I think 5 clients I've got to add on just for Kansas in the next week.
Right.
I don't know how you do that work.
I don't envy you guys down there with the Wayfair. I mean, we've up here, there's so many businesses that cross different provinces as it is. And sometimes I find it hard to remember all of ours, let alone, the 50 states. You guys all have with all the different provinces, your states with all your e-commerce. And I don't even go to your e-commerce. I stay away from there. Slack is our e-commerce viewers. So if anybody contacts me for e-commerce, I send them right to Teresa.
Yeah, each state has its own rules and regulations. And like in Colorado, we have home rule cities and they make up whatever laws they want to sales tax wise and they make those rates. You have to comply. And each city, municipality, district is, it's its own rules. You just have to comply if you're going to sell to anybody outside that district. And it's your responsibility to look up the details and calculate the tax and collect it and then file and pay. And sometimes it's monthly, sometimes it's quarterly, and very rarely do I see it to be yearly. So it's a lot of work.
No, absolutely. Lily, and how do you find it from there? Do you deal with a lot of the, I guess, clients to deal with a lot of the different states, or are you just
So
mostly like
I'm
that?
pretty limited. Being that's really why I do mostly service-based clients. I've gotten into retail because of the complexities of sales tax, and I went to a when I was at Accountex in Boston a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember her name, but it's what she does for a living. Excellent speaker, and she was talking about how Wayfair has really made quite a bit of change. And some states, it's just I don't think I could go to bed at night. I'd just be thinking about have I missed something. It's amazing. But no, as far as I'm concerned, I have very little to do with sales tax. I just have a few clients that I work with that have sales tax, so I keep it very limited. You really need somebody like Deb who does it all the time and has got to be an expert in it, because you can't just dabble in it.
That's right.
Yeah. And Jessica, you deal a lot with, you've got clients that are in multiple states as well. So are you finding the same thing with the
I
taxes?
also try to focus on service-based businesses for the same reasons. It's gotten too complex. I do have some very minor players that have sales tax, but they tend to be regional sellers. They're not selling online. So I only have to worry about a limited number of jurisdictions. And I have some clients that they own buildings and they rent commercial property. So those are subject to sales tax, but that's super easy compared to trying to keep track of an e-seller that's shipping everywhere. So I also there's just like you send people to Teresa in Canada, I do have a contact in the US. You're an e-commerce seller, go to her. I don't want that. And in just like Deb says, I have been following along because I still try to keep up. And I just finished writing a manual on sales tax processing in QBO for a new bookkeeper. So I had to really understand it to be able to teach it. And it's changing by day. It seems like every week a new state has submitted a new bill that you need to keep track of, because if it gets approved, you don't have a whole lot of time to prepare.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do
Just
have
like
one
I
other
said with
client
Kansas,
who's
October 1st.
international, and they have a subsidiary out here in Boston. But I use Avalara with them because it's very detailed. It's subscription licenses, and it depends where they sell. It's in a home state, it's at a show. I mean, there's a million things that can go wrong. So Avalara is my partner on that one.
I love Alvalara.
Yeah.
Yes, and anybody that I have that is more than just the bare basic selling in one spot, not shipping to anybody, I tend to connect them to Alvalara or TaxJar.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say the takeaway from that is, if it's not too complex, use Avalara. If it's a lot more complex, send them to Deb, right?
You'd be amazed how many accountants contact me to ask me, and I get on TeamViewer or Zoom and walk them through how to file in the state of Colorado. It is very, very difficult. And people that even live here, accountants, they have a very difficult time filing tax filings for their clients. And so I get online and walk them through the actual process. And they say, could they make this any more convoluted? And I said, well, I've been doing this 21 years and it's been this way. So hopefully, because of the Wayfair decision, things could change for Colorado, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
I'm going to need to save your contact info, Deb, so that way I can send people your way.
Okay, fair enough.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it's great that you're niching in that. So did you intend to niche in that, or did it just
No, it just well, when you work with e-commerce and your clients are selling all kinds of stuff, especially on Shopify and Amazon, Etsy and Cratejoy and go on and on, you got to know all this stuff. When you got smaller clients, you got to kind of wear multiple hats for them, rather than, them saying, well, I only cover this part. You're going to have to find somebody that covers that part. So I try to do
So
everything.
Deb, we're not talking about Wayfair the store, right?
We're talking about the Wayfair decision. But yeah, that is the Wayfair store.
It's because of them. It's their fault.
Yes.
It is their fault. They created a Pandora's box.
Yep. I think actually, from what I read, they agreed that they'd be the guinea pigs to take this to the the Supreme Court and get this resolved. I don't know that it resolved much. It sure put us all having to sit down at the sales tax table now.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yes.
Big thing. I've got somebody actually sent me an email today in the UK saying, okay, we need help with sales tax. And it's like, boy, that's a first. I've been contacted internationally now.
Well, you've got your reputation is hit now when you've gone international, right?
Let me tell you. Yep.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So I just closed off Facebook because I think Brad. So hey, Brad, he's joined us. Brad Salmanis. By the way, I missed you, Brad, and I don't have you. I didn't bring your little stick person with me. I'm very sorry. But okay. So for those of you who don't know, okay. Brad and I were at 2 conferences in a row together, and we were talking about the fact that Andrew wasn't there, and the 2 of us to be there without Andrew. So I made a joke that I was going to get Andrew's face and put it on a little popsicle stick and pop it up into all these pictures that we were taking. And then Andrew and I happened to be together last week at a conference in Toronto, one-day conference, and Brad wasn't there, so I told Andrew that, and we were doing an interview, so I actually drew a picture of Brad, put it in there, so that's his new Facebook picture.
Now
Okay,
I
I
understand
saw
that
this
picture.
man picture, but I didn't make the connection. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hi, Brad.
So anyway, so Brad had said I was echoing, so I closed that down. So hopefully that would, yeah, Brad put a bunch of us here together because we had a really special announcement. I'll just say again real quickly for those of us joining us now. Diane Mueller, Shelley Rudiger, and Marge Wagson Debre.
Debris.
Sorry, I call them all by their
A couple more times, you'll get it right.
The 3 of these ladies with 102 years experience between them have started a company together called BKA.ca. And the purpose is to help bookkeepers that are in schools to really refine their skills so that they can get their CPBs. So then that they can actually do real quality practical work. So because of that, we're kind of all here together. And very usually, I my camera around, you see everybody. So that's why there's a little bit of feedback to that.
Celebrate Workout for One.
Oh, and Jennifer. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize Anyway, so yeah,
I'm
that's
saving you guys.
today. So again, there was a lot of background and a lot of everything. So, any playbacks on this, anybody can play back. That's why. Apologize for that, but it's been an exciting day with exciting announcements.
Yes, it's been great. And thank you very much, Tanya, for all of your encouragement, help. Jennifer, you guys have been so supportive, and the 3 of us really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's amazing work that you guys all do, and yeah, it's amazing help to do. Absolutely. The industry wouldn't be where it is today without it, so, or the Canadian industry, for sure, anyway. So, all right, well, there's 2 minutes left. Anybody have any last minute comments or quick questions or anything you wanted to say? Oh,
Good luck tonight. Good luck tonight on the singing.
thank you. Yes, it's the awards banquet tonight, and
Or there's a song or something Jennifer was talking about.
song. I didn't hear her talk about a song.
Oh, I thought maybe you're singing karaoke. That would be fun.
Oh God, no, not me. I do sing karaoke. It's usually like by myself, okay, not necessarily by myself, but yeah, in the shower or yeah, with lots of vodka.
Anyway, have a great time, you guys.
Awesome, thank you. All right, well, I guess we will call it a day here, and we will see everybody back next week from normal places, normal time, and no feedback. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.